Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Let's Design Cities Skylines. My name's Strictostro and we are back at Cedar Valley where we're starting right away with another time lapse. Don't worry though, at the end of this episode, or by the end of this episode, we're going to be doing some on-camera work. But just stay tuned for that because that's coming in. For the most part, in this episode, we're going to be focusing on beautifying this segment of Freeway that we left undone for, I think like 10 episodes now. So it was time to really wrap this one up in my effort to start finishing all these projects that we left undone for so many episodes, and start moving forward with the city expansion. We're mostly aiming towards the airport, which is still coming. I feel like some of you already probably lost faith that I want to do the airport, but trust me, that's definitely coming. This episode, we're now gonna increase population. Unfortunately, we're still stuck around 90,000, 95,000. I did manage to get the deficit down. I was basically tinkering with the taxes. I was watching Flug's latest episode, and he mentioned, "Hey, like increase the taxes." And I was thinking, man, I never actually increased the taxes. I brought them up to, if I remember correctly, I think it was the default is 9%. So I think I increased it by 1% for every category, for residential, high density residential, commercial, high density commercial, industrial, and so on. And I never managed to actually get a profit, but I did manage to get it to minus 1,000, I was going to say simoleons, but it's not simoleons, whatever, dollars or whatever the currency of this game is. So it's really close. Later on, I did, however, increase the budget for mass transit. So now we're stuck. Can't really see because the preview monitor that I'm using to record this commentary is super small, but let me see. Yeah, sorry, minus 14,000. I'm sure you're like looking at it, it's like, it's right there. Yeah, it's, I'm looking at, just so you know, I'm recording this. I have Adobe Audition open on one window, and I have Adobe Premiere on another window. And obviously the video preview is just tiny, so I can't really read all the tiny little things, especially when it's, the red numbers against a black background. In any case, let me talk to you about what I'm doing over here, because that's probably why you're listening to this commentary in the first place. So, as you can see, I'm adding guardrails for the most part throughout the, on the on-ramps and off-ramps, as well as in the center median, where we now have a concrete barrier that I'm later going to tweak a little bit more. I'm sure you've seen the thumbnail of this video, so that will sort of give you an idea of how it's going to look like. But trust me, we're going to have some cinematic shots at the end of the episode that will highlight that in greater detail. Over here, I created another pedestrian overpass, even though I couldn't get the pillar in the middle, so it looks kind of defying gravity. I might come back to that. In fact, one of the things that I don't like about that overpass in particular is that I think it's way too tall. It's basically 12 meters tall, but I think that's a bit overkill, because I was looking at the cars and I think we can fit like probably 7 or 8 cars stacked on top of each other, and there will still be room underneath that overpass. So I might come back to that and fix it. But then as I was creating that little whatever that thing is, like a fenced area for old buses and old cars in between the freeway and the bus terminal, I found one of those assets that it's basically the pillars that you see when you put down a bridge or an overpass. And I realized that I can use those as custom made pillars. So you can see there when the camera doesn't go crazy that I used them to like hold these overpasses together, and I think that totally brought them and integrated them in a much nicer fashion, which is something that I highly encourage you to try in your cities, because you don't want to have floating bridges, seriously. And the fact that you can just move these assets and plop them anywhere is just amazing. Now over here, this is something that I was trying a couple episodes back. I did this off camera because I wasn't really sure if they were looking good, but I decided to keep them. I have a line asset. It's literally a line on the ground, and together with 2 lines of guardrails, I sort of created this diagonal stripe lines, whatever you want to call it, in the middle to, sort of highlight where this center barrier ends and where cars are not supposed to drive on, even though there's a guardrail. But I don't know. I just thought that was a bit of an accent detail that I think brings everything together. Obviously, I just added some rocks because we had concrete painting on those cliffs or hills, and they didn't look so well. So what I did is got rid of the concrete texture and replaced it with ground texture and added the rocks, to make it all look nice. Now over here, I'm basically repeating the same aesthetic that we used to have in the Sunken Freeway, where we have these planters, these concrete planters that are kind of, we basically have a segment of concrete and a segment of grass with the trees, and I think that actually looks amazing. I don't know if such a large tree would fit in there, but I think it looks realistic enough, to keep them. Now, another big part of this time lapse is continuing the design of the commercial district, which, I mean, I play this for another 2-3 hours, and it's still I didn't finish on this episode. I'm gonna spoiler alert, I didn't finish it, but we're really, really close. We only have like a few empty spaces that I want to do something interesting with. You'll see at the end of the episode where I'm actually gonna do some work on camera. It's related to this part of the city, but I was just hesitating what to add there. So you'll hear past me comment on not having ideas for that area. That's very funny. Yeah, I recorded that before I recorded this segment, just so you know. In any case, I'm just adding more and more shops, things that I did download way back when, but I only just now realized that I had them because they were like buried down under several menus. That is something that I don't know if that happens to you or no, but I know like you'll see in a moment where I start putting down like a big shopping mall and things like that I start navigating the unique buildings. Like after I downloaded Rico, I've been looking for all my buildings inside of the Rico menu and never went back to the unique buildings. And I realized that there's a lot of really amazing buildings in there that I could have put in many, many areas, specifically this area right here, the university. I decided to turn it into a sports campus because I was looking for like dorms or buildings like that, and I couldn't find anything. I was looking for like old school buildings, like I don't know, like early 1900 buildings that would sort of match the architecture style from the university, or like mid 1800s or whatever. And I couldn't find any. And then I realized that after I did all this sports center, I realized that inside of the unique buildings menu, there were a lot of buildings that could have been a good fit. I don't want to retrofit it now because I'm actually really happy with how this whole area turned out. But I don't know, it's just a shame that I realized that later. I know I suck at the game sometimes. I'm kind of a noob, seriously. But yeah, in any case. In that area over there, well, I guess the camera changed, and I can't really explain to you, but the gas station that we have a moment ago, I decided to not go for parking lots and go for like tables and like picnic tables and umbrellas, because I think there's a Taco Bell asset that I just downloaded there, so something rather fun. Over here, I decided to fill that whole entrance with parking lots because obviously parking lots, those are great. Oh no, sorry, this is the Taco Bell. The other one is what is the other one? Is it a Wendy's? I know it's some sort of fast food chain. I can't remember right now. But yeah, I decided to extend this Taco Bell and add props on my own, make it look a little bit more integrated with the odd shape that I had next to the roundabout. That's usually a good strategy when you don't know what to do in a certain area, just put down a building in the corner and try to like extend it to fill the area that you want to fill in. Also, I mean, you don't necessarily have to fill everything. Like having an empty area of grass it's not a bad thing. Like seriously, leaving empty areas is probably good. Over here, by the way, I came up with this crazy idea. I don't know if it looks good. I mean, it's so tiny that you might not even see it in detail, but I just went ahead and put a bunch of shopping carts stacked on you know, one behind the other. You know, the same way you can usually find them in you know, supermarkets. And I think that little roof over there is sort of the I don't know, like I don't know what the actual name of the thing is, but it's like a little cave. Cave is such not the right term for this, but it's a little protection roof for the shopping carts to not be, you know, under the rain or the sun. Okay, so let's finish this episode by doing a little bit of work off camera, like I said a moment ago. And I'm going to focus on this corner of the map. I'm going to start tying up all these loose ends. Because right now what we have is we have 3 empty lots. And I have some ideas on what to do. I also have some ideas on what to do over in this stretch of the city that, you know, it sits between the city itself and the freeway. But we will get to that in a moment. So let me exit this mode. And I was just looking at a market that should be somewhere around here. What about this one? This one we already have. Is it this one? Oh, this one, by the way, I want to replace it with the golf course main house. I think this is a fantastic piece that we can use over there. So if we have time, I'll do it on this episode. And where the hell is this market that I just saw a moment ago? Oh, this one. All right. So this one, it's a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is maybe... So we need another street over here that way we can easily plop the thing, because if we put it over on this side, just sitting on that, it looks okay, and I would have kept it if it weren't for the parking lots that, you know, that are kind of under our subway stop. So that doesn't look great. So what we need to do is move this a few tiles up, and that should do the trick. Unfortunately, let me bring this over here. There we go. Get rid of this copy. Unfortunately, we have an issue here with the with this road coming out of the cemetery, because if we put it over here, it's I feel like it's not gonna work. So we're gonna need another road, possibly right about here. I think that's probably good enough. We can even do something like this. Connect the two. Now we have this 2 intersections there. I'm not a huge fan of. Let's actually convert this one to that kind of road. Actually, you know what? First of all, let's put this in place, and then we can figure out what to do next. And I think that's probably enough. So kind of want to have this road coming in there. That's perfect. And bring this one over here. And I gotta be honest, I'm not... Oh no, did we broke a bus stop? Oh no, it got fixed automatically. There we go. That's those are the things I like when I messed up with a transit network. In any case, that is looking good. All that's left to do next is put down some concrete, and we definitely want to have some separation between this thing. So let's grab some of these planters instead of using, because I was going to use bollards, but I feel like I've been using bollards quite a bit. So if we just go with these planters over here, not necessarily using the long one. You know what? Let's go with the short one, or the medium one, I guess. See, that works. Let's see if we can do a better job at aligning them. The moment you click, they just align to like an invisible grid, and everything becomes a big mess. That's usually what happens. But in this case, turned out good. So let me reduce the radius of this thing, and I want to have like smaller trees here so that I can see what I'm doing. Also, you know, these trees look good, but they're a bit too tall. So let's keep things simple. What about these bushes? Oh, they're a bit too bright. That's why I usually avoid using them. This one's a bit too dark. This one's a bit too wide. This one is a bit... This one has an awesome shade of color, but it's just too crazy in terms of... Let's go with this ones, because they're kind of crazy, and I almost never use them except in a few situations. But for the most part, I think they're good. And since it's a shopping mall, I don't mind, you know, having palm trees in the area, simply because, you know, shopping malls usually have a ton of palm trees. So what I'm going to do here is sort of repeat the same design, even though terrain seems to be a bit not flat for some reason. It's okay, I'll take it. I really do not mind. I think we can get away with that. And we're gonna put some fancy palm trees over there. I think we can even put a few more throughout the park as well. Maybe switch this to that. Maybe we can fit a longer one. Yeah, I think a longer one is... No, because it will... No, that's probably not a good idea. Let's just stick that in there. And the longest one. No need. I think that's a bit overkill. So we're going to go 3 of these planters. Actually, I don't have room for all 3 of them. Get rid of that and bring this here like that. Doesn't have to be all symmetric and everything, I know. It's good to try. All right, there we go. That's looking good. That is a nice shopping mall and or shopping experience. Do we want to maybe convert this one to that texture? That actually looks rather nice, and it sort of sets the limit of this shopping area. Let's see if we can turn snapping off and anarchy on, and see if we can bring this over there. That is exactly what I wanted. It's not perfectly aligned, but it's it looks good, and that's sort of what I was aiming for. Now I do think we need some bollards, so let's search for those and now set some distances or perimeters. Basically, I want to prevent cars from going in here, so I will just go do this. Extend it a bit because we don't need to go super crazy with this. There we go. That's good enough. And maybe a few more over here. Let's center them. All right, and manholes. We're gonna add a few of those as well, just to make this texture not so repetitive. Usually putting them in random places works. Sometimes if you have a big lot, it's not a bad idea to align them. Like this one seems a bit odd over there. We can just keep them like this. So there's underground pipe of sorts kind of under this. It would have been nice if everywhere you lay down pipes and there's concrete, it sort of reacts and gives you a manhole that you can maybe later edit. But I don't know, that might be a bit too detailed. Now over here, I got rid of some of the parking lots that I added during the time lapse. Also need to get rid of this one because I don't need that anymore. This one is pretty much done. I think we can add the cars, but I've been adding so many cars in this episode that you're probably sick and tired of it. And I might do that off camera. Now, I thought it would be a good idea to duplicate this one over here, and I think it looks rather nice because it gives us shops on both ends. Textures don't seem to be clipping all that much, and it definitely looks like a bigger shopping mall together. I don't know if you noticed, but it's also clipped with, or I don't know if I said that during the time lapse, which by the way, haven't recorded yet. Yeah, this is happening before what you already saw. whatever. Yeah, I think these two being clipped, all these three being clipped, kind of justifies having such a large parking lot together with this little strip mall, which would hopefully attract a lot of shoppers. Now, this spot right here in this spot, I'm not entirely sure what to do. I think I was aiming for a park, but I can't really make up my mind about that. We can just put the stadium, a super tiny stadium for that matter. What about this thing? How does this look? Is this like Capitol Records building? Kind of looks like it, but it's not. That would have been a good asset for the game. The Capitol Records building, I would totally plop that in. Hyper Market, the market for all the hypers. This one's a bit too big. I will have to refactor some of the roads in order to fit it. But it's I feel like we have enough supermarkets for now. I mean, we have the Walmart here, the Rayway. What else do we have? We have I guess the IKEA there. It's not necessarily a supermarket. I bet we have TJ Maxx, which I don't know. I've never been to TJ Maxx. I mean, I've driven by TJ Maxx, but I don't know if it's a grocery store or what the hell it is. I feel like it's like Target. Home Depot and Carrefour. I've been to Carrefour definitely because that's one of the bigger chains in Argentina. But I know obviously it's from France, but it's pretty much all over the world. You know what? I don't want to waste time thinking what to do here. I'm just going to go jump over to the golf course and redo that area for a bit. Okay, so if you remember, we used to have, we currently have the golf clubhouse, which, looks kind of tiny compared to the massiveness that this golf course is. I mean, technically, the clubhouse is this one. This is the supposed, main building for the golf course, but I'm using it as a government house, which looks much better and it, fits a lot better too. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna go back and bring. I didn't even know that we had this cathedral buildings. There's so many cool things that we need to do here. We can put down a cinema. Yeah. Or this building from I think it's from London. In any case, let's look for the. Sorry, I keep getting so distracted. I'm gonna grab this mini mansion, which it's supposed to be somewhere around here. Is it on the first menu? It is not. Is it on the second menu? Definitely not. I thought it was here, but it isn't, so it definitely has to be on this menu. This is something else. Third menu. Nope. Where the hell is this? Oh, we also have a cool church. I haven't put enough churches. Oh, there we go. This is it. Okay, so we're gonna turn anarchy on, and we're gonna have to do some retrofitting here. So I'm gonna get rid of some of these pines first and foremost. I don't think we're going to move this hole here. So what I'm going to do is try to free up the space as much as I can. I can't delete the street because it's part of the golf course, but that's okay. What we're going to do instead is paint all of this. Not necessarily this, because this was good as concrete. Let's bring that back. There we go. And we definitely need to relocate this, this road over here, which shouldn't be too bad. So let's turn on snapping. And now it wants to snap to everything. Good. So maybe bring this up to here. And this is going to be a tricky one. Or not. That actually looks rather nice. The trees are kind of invading my road over here, but let me zoom in. I think cars can still drive underneath all this foliage. Look at the size of that golf course. Yeah, you can totally drive underneath these trees. It's fine. I mean, it's not perfect, But honestly, I have no control besides moving this hole and just making a mess of everything. So I'd rather not do that. And also, I'd rather not have concrete there. There we go. Let's keep it like that. Fantastic. Oh, that is so much better. That is ridiculously better. Okay, so let's pour some concrete here. And are these tiles... Do these tiles come with the... I think I'm going to need to like redo some of these props momentarily. So let's get rid of them. I didn't want to get rid of that tree though. You know what? Let's get rid of everything. Let's redo this part because I think it's going to be fun anyways. So we're going to paint this like that. Actually, it might be better if we just go dirt all around, except inside of the I know I used to have like grass kind of growing in between these tiles, but I think I'm not gonna care about that anymore. Let's see if we can get this to, yeah, it won't be aligned any better than that. So let's see. I think what I want to do is get rid of or hide all the imperfections with these tile designs. So let's give that a shot. There we go. Not too bad. And over here, we're just going to complete this little corner. Fantastic. That is so much better. All right, so next thing is fences, because I do want to keep, I do want to bring this wooden fences that we used to have way back when, if I can find them. I think it's this one. Is this the one? Also, would like to be closer to... Yeah, I think this is the one. All right, so just trying to move the camera closer to, you know, what I'm building, but the hitboxes of these things prevent me from doing so. So bring that in there. And I think we can just go diagonally here. Fantastic. Do we have a shorter one? I guess we have a corner piece over here, which could also work. And where are they? This looks like a farm now. But it's not a farm. Actually, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna fill it with bushes anyways, so most of the imperfections will be hidden by that. So let's fence this off a bit. Just, you know, create some sort of a division, but not so much that it's completely inaccessible. So let's go back into this view and look for some bushes. In fact, I was using this yellow bushes before, if I'm not mistaken. Or I guess we can just use the standard colors. Just gonna have a little, like a few clusters of bushes pretty much throughout. It's all looking rather nice. Do we have the oak tree again? Kind of want to bring that one back. That looks nice. It definitely looks better when you're in this view. It just changes everything. Also, let me switch the sun location so you can see more things. That's probably a good time of the day, even though it's a little bit dark. But you can see things. This area is because the sun is right behind that mountain. There we go. It's actually much better. All right, so I wonder if I should have the tiles kind of come this way. That might be better than what we did before. Yeah, let's try that real quick. Yeah, that looks significantly better. Let's also increase the radius here and convert all this to dirt. And these two, over here we should put down some more, we should do flowers there. Also, I downloaded this one. I've seen Flux use this one all the time. I've never downloaded it, but it looks really nice. So let me add a few of these over here, mix it up with some of the green ones. All right, and is there a big bush that I can add that would look nice? I can do this crazy trees that I never use anywhere else. Let's just go like that. Cool. And then this area over here, I think I'm gonna keep it, you know, simple. Let's grab some bollards and put them. I want to basically separate this area a little bit, and I want to bring this pet boys closer together. Now get rid of that. Get rid of the middle one, or middle ones. That way it looks like a gated entrance. There we go. That's not too bad. It's looking really good. Now for the final touches, I'm just gonna add some of these fallen leaves that make everything look nice. Also helps quite a bit with the transition of the different elements in some areas. Also these pebbles, I've been using the pebbles quite a bit, and they look nice. Let's see how this looks over here. I wish they would blend in a little bit better, but I mean, already adding a few of those makes it, you know, look a lot nicer in my opinion. So I'm just gonna add a few of these over here. Maybe a few more pebbles, just clusters of pebbles. It's basically a way of breaking at the repetitiveness of the dirt texture. But overall, man, that is some fancy looking. Let me go into cinematic mode. There we go. That is some fancy looking golf club, if I do say so myself. Let's go full speed. I highly doubt that people are gonna use it immediately. Let me see if somehow this works. Actually, we can use this tool to see if someone will ever come in here. Actually, yay! Someone is. 2 people are. Pedestrians. Oh, so no cars. No cars here. 13 pedestrians are using this. What about this road? No one's using this road. Good. Is this working? Yeah. 37 people are using that road. Yeah, we need to, I don't know if I need to figure out a way of having people or getting people to come over here, but clearly only pedestrians are going to be coming. Oh, wait, never mind. We have our first car. Let's follow it. Actually, never mind. Just drove to the house across my chain of fence thing. In any case, I don't know. I'm really happy. Look how far we are, and the building still looks amazing. So that's something that I really enjoy. But going back to this area, to the commercial area, I think overall it's looking great. I also think that we can that I can tweak this a little bit more off camera. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. I'm sure in the next episode, we're going to be doing some more zoning. That way we can get this city to 100,000. But that's all the time that I have for now. So if you enjoyed this episode, I highly encourage you to go click the like button that's underneath this video player. And also, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. There's also a link in the description to the full playlist in case you might have missed an episode. But that's all I have to say for now. I want to thank you all for watching. Really hope to see you in the next one.